What's that, boy? There's a fire in the barn and Gramps is under a beam? Maverick! The Shih Tzu Mix is in the studio with owner Kelly Durkota. How you doing there, Kelly?
Good.
Good. Mom, Debbie is here. Hi, Mom.
Hi.
Debbie Riddell. Boyfriend Mike is still in the other doghouse. And Maverick, yes, is in the studio. Describe your dog, because everyone looks at your dog and just goes, "Oh, look at the eyes on this dog." Come on. How old is Maverick?
He'll be 5 in December.
You'd never. It's like he was just born a week ago.
Looks like a puppy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was born a week ago.
He's so handsome.
Very, very beautiful.
So, so explain what happened here. That you got all this media attention, everything on Maverick the dog.
Well, we were, my mom and I and my stepdad were out of town, and my boyfriend was watching him.
Yeah.
And,
yeah, where's he today?
he's gonna go to work soon.
Serious.
So.
He's listening right now.
He probably is.
Yeah, with a lawyer standing by.
No, he's so happy that he found him.
Of course.
So.
Okay, so Mike's at work with the dog?
He was at work with the dog. Actually, he was kind of gone a lot while he was watching him due to some family issues for him, and so he took Maverick and his dog to work with him. And
what does Mike do?
he works at Empirical Sound. It's his dad's company, actually.
It's right around the corner from us.
And what do they sell or make over there?
They rent speakers and lights and things to a lot of DJs and churches and anything in there at clubs.
So because Maverick was going to need a little more attention, he brought him into work.
Right.
Okay.
And he used to take him a lot, but then I kind of didn't like it because it's just a dirty kind of, it's like a shop, so it's not really the best place for him. But he took.
It's okay for Mike to be there, but not your dog.
Right.
I want to understand this.
You have your priorities.
Too close to the ground.
Gotcha.
So that's
Okay. Okay. So what happened?
So basically, he let him out the door and to go to the bathroom, and he thought his dog was following, but she wasn't. She's kind of a bigger, a little bit lazier, but really sweet dog. But she was further back, and so he just turned his back and said, "Come on, Coco, let's go," and got her outside. And by the time he got outside, Maverick was gone, and he doesn't run off. He's a very good dog. He'll stay by me and stay by him, and whoever else is there. So, it was kind of a weird situation.
And this was back on September 30th.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
More than a week ago.
So Mike at this point begins to sweat. You guys are out of town. It's like, how did he tell you, by the way?
Well, I had called him to ask him a different question, and he kind of sounded frazzled and was like, "Let me call you back." And I was like, "Okay." And I hadn't heard from him. I called him back. He didn't answer. So then he called me, and basically I was like, "What's going on?" And there was just silence on the phone for a few seconds, and then he was just so upset, and he was saying, he said, I can't find Maverick anywhere. And I didn't know. I thought maybe somebody took him from inside the shop, that had come in and left, which is another reason I don't love Maverick to be there, because he's so little. He could just be grabbed. And so that's how he told me, and I just so upset, and we were both upset. And my grandparents, we were at my grandparents' house at the time in California, and they were upset, and they love Maverick, and he's just a very loved dog in our family.
Yeah, it's adorable. Do Shih Tzu mixes bark at all? Because this thing hasn't said a word.
Yeah, he does. He barks when somebody's there, or if I tell him to talk, but I don't know if he'll do it here.
Oh, go ahead. See if he'll say something.
Hey, Munchie? You talk? Not pray. Talk. Oh my God. Talk.
He's praying. He's putting his little paws together like he's praying.
It's quiet prayer. It's quiet prayer.
Talk.
That's as good as it gets, I think.
I'm sorry.
So
Find the microphone.
You know what might work here?
Oh,
Let me grab his little piggy.
Prayer's answered. Okay, good. Have some gnocchi. Okay. So you come back, and at what point do you decide to try to get a reward out?
Well, basically right away, my boyfriend was driving around. He's like, I don't care. I've been telling people if they find him, I'll give him $1,000 if they find him. I don't care. He kind of was just, that's my understanding of it. I wasn't there. Yeah, and they had started making some posters to get up right away, and I said, make sure $1,000 on it. It wasn't, but as soon as we got home, we took an earlier flight actually to get home quicker, and my stepdad made the signs, saying $1,000, and I thought that would, maybe get somebody who maybe did take him, because we thought maybe he was, he would have ran up to anybody's car. So I'm thinking it could have been.
quick.
Yeah.
Real friendly dog. And Terry says this about hers because she has a very similar dog. Is that it's just, hi, how are you? And Nancy Alden the same way. Hey, how are you? Let's talk. Hey.
People. And I think whoever did have him, took care of him. I mean, he didn't seem scared or anything. So I'm sure they weren't, a bad person. And
By the way, have the welts on Mike's head, have they pretty much subsided?
they're healing.
Your mom, Debbie's in the studio too. Did you want to drop kick him anywhere? And I'm sure Mike's listening on one of those big speakers over there. Anything, Mom?
Well, we were upset, but he was very upset also.
Sure.
I mean, I
Stuff
can
happens.
imagine what
Stuff
he's
happens.
going
Maverick,
through. He does.
Yeah.
And of course, we were all mad at first, like, why would you take him down there? What, But
Stuff happens.
But
Right?
we, the three of us especially worked, around the clock to
Yeah,
get.
Debbie was very instrumental. She emailed us, and then we
Right.
sent out the word too on our network.
Well, the paper had it. I mean,
Right.
you had a lot of attention going here.
Yeah, actually, Nancy called me first, and I had honestly, the night before, I just kind of felt like, we're doing everything. We've already hung 800 posters. We've been asking everybody. We've been searching day and night. I mean, my boyfriend hadn't worked. My mom was off a bit, and, it was just this awful feeling, and I just kind of prayed. I said, I need something bigger. I need more help, and I think that Nancy was an answered prayer. And then Tom Farron from the Plain Dealer called me about an hour and a half after I talked to Nancy, and it just seemed like
Snowball.
people cared. Yeah. And
She hadn't got it on the news.
It just wasn't.
Well, a lot of people lose dogs, and you know that. A lot of people, not everybody comes up with $1,000, if somebody will return the dog, and you were able to do that. You had the wherewithal to do that. But, and then you get a call from a woman who says what to you?
They said, we know who has your dog. And I've gotten this call before. I mean, obviously we had some prank calls, and we also had some people that I think just wanted the money, and once they realized we were going to meet at a secure location, they hung up on me or didn't call back or things like that. But this woman said, she said, Maverick, right? And I said, yeah. And she said, well, we were all shopping, and we saw this dog sitting there, and my sister's friend took him home with her, and yeah, he had a red collar. And then she said one thing that made me start bawling, because I'm still like, okay, all that was in the paper, she could have just read it. And then she said, did he have a gold tag too? And that was his rabies tag. And I hadn't said anything about that because I didn't think to. And when she said that, I just was like, do you really have him? Do you know where he is? Can you give me an address, a phone number, anything? And she didn't want to. She just said, we'll call you back. So later the story went that she bought Maverick from the woman who had him for, it was $120 or $150. And then brought him, met us, and
you always said no questions asked, so wherever
Said
the
no
first
questions
individual
asked.
got him, they got him.
Yep.
And enough said there.
we didn't,
Pursue
I mean,
that.
yes, it'd be nice to know, but I could tell just by the way he was acting, and he wasn't getting any skinnier in a week, and, I could tell that they're feeding him, they weren't hurting him, so I don't think he was roaming the street for long. I think they got him probably right away, whether it was right there or up the street,
It's a
it was
gorgeous
hard
dog.
because
It's a gorgeous dog.
Thank you. I mean, my phone number was on the collar, so that was hard for me because I thought, why didn't you just call me?
Right.
Like, you would have gotten the money right away. We wouldn't have cared.
Well,
I mean, it just,
I think that speaks volumes.
yeah. So
whoever got the 125, 150, the other one gets 1,000. You got your dog back. Mike gets to live in the house. Everybody's right. Mom.
And most importantly of all, Maverick got to come home to his mom.
There you go.
He was so excited. I thought the lady in the car with him, it was so cute because when she pulled up, I heard her scream because I saw a little head sticking, like popping out of the window or by it, and she like screamed because I could tell he does this little scratching thing when he gets somewhere he wants to be, and I think he saw me and he just like jumped off her lap and was scratching and was freaking out. And then when she took him out of the car, I thought, I mean, if you've ever seen, it was like he was seizing or something, just shaking and just couldn't wait to get to me. And it was
Such a
great.
cute dog. And we already have the picture of Maverick up on our website, do we not? And we're going to put the video up. Nancy's been shooting video in here, and we'll show you the video of this beautiful dog. Beautiful. Shih Tzu mix. How you doing there? I got Nancy behind me.
In the belly.
Yeah, I'm hitting you in the belly back here. But gorgeous. Everything worked out fine.
Yeah, I did. And I just want to say thank you to everybody here and to Tom and just all the people in Cleveland, even the homeless guys at 2100. They were searching day and night, just saying, I'm still looking for your puppy.
That's so
it was
nice.
nice, man. And there are just so many nice people in Cleveland.
This is what makes Cleveland such a small town at
Yeah.
times. It just makes it
It
such a
did.
small town.
It
you know?
did.
It's
Everybody
pretty cool.
cared. People at McDonald's and places putting up signs for us, and it just, I don't know.
Will Mike be taking Maverick to work anymore?
No, absolutely not. I mean, never goes
I just wondered.
Enough said about that. Congratulations, guys. We thank you so much. Way to go. He's back.
Thank you.